through all the questions.
She wrote notes.
This is the kind of person I am.
And so I'm wondering, just based on your experience, how easy or difficult has it been to be a part of the GKS program? Has it been kind of similar to what you were expecting? Was it very different to your expectations? If it's been challenging, what's been challenging? And maybe if it's been, you know, the best experience of your life or somewhere in between, what has helped you kind of make the most of the experience so far?
In my case, I'm really satisfied with the program. Actually, I'm really happy and I think it's kind of one of my best experiences in my life. So I'm really grateful. Actually, the dorm, because it's so cheap comparing to others. No, it really makes sense. I don't need more money. Like, I just live with the money I get from the scholarship. So I think it has been really nice that I have this advantage here in Ewha because of the dorm. So I can save money, I can do other activities, and you don't need to worry that much about your budget. I'm living really nice, like really okay. So I'm really happy, and like university experience. The only problem is that the corona situation, so we don't have we don't have offline. We don't have oh my god. We don't.
6.
No, I'm not 6. I'm 5. I'm 5.
Really a 6.
We don't have offline classes, so that's kind of sad. She got to experience a little bit, so she can say. But in my case, I came here last semester, so it was Corona time. I've been taking all of my classes from my room. But it's kisuksa. It's cheap kisuksa. No, I'm kidding. Like the experience has been great, and in my case, I'm really satisfied, and I think it's really worth it and a really good opportunity. It's been really a good experience, and I'm really grateful.
I agree to a certain point because I think the corona situation has definitely changed what the program could have been. I'm not saying I'm dissatisfied. I do enjoy the fact, and I feel lucky and honored to be part of the program. But I think it would have been massively different had Corona not happened. So in the first semester there was more like activities and things like that, but of course since Corona all of that's kind of not here. So I am hoping as the situation gets better that the future GKS scholars can have that life that I wish I was gonna have. But
for 2
right. I had it for 1. The second semester is when everything, yeah. But I was so busy the first semester I didn't take advantage of anything because you know, I'm a returning student. I haven't been a student for years. So I was like, this first semester I'm gonna focus really hard. Subsequent semesters I'm gonna make friends and talk to new people and network, and everything shut down. So it kind of just blew up a little bit. However, that doesn't mean to say that this experience was wasteful in any way. You're getting a free education, you're getting a living stipend, which are huge factors. Like, I could never afford a master's degree in the US. That is very pricey. So the fact that I'm getting such a high quality education abroad, paid for by a government that believes in me, that's a high honor. For sure.
And we believe in you.
Yeah. So as for like the stipend, we do get, I think it's 1 million won a month right now. Every beginning of a semester, we get research fees. I think 200,000. You get a flight to Korea as well if you're not living in Korea. So I was already living here, so I didn't get that. And I think you get a return flight as well. And you also get medical insurance that gets covered. So you have a lot of other benefits as well that make the program so much worth it to try for it. If you're interested in studying in Korea, you might as well go for the scholarship and have all those added benefits as well.
So looking back on the program so far, so Cindy's almost done. Daniela's halfway done almost.
Oh my god.
No. If you could start the program again, like from the beginning, knowing what you know now, is there anything you might have done differently?
Maybe take more internships, I think. The more practical experience you have, probably the better. I only had 1 so far, so I'll have to do more, I think. But I think that's just a small thing. Otherwise, no, I don't think I would have changed. Maybe be more active in the community as much as I can, even though it's online. I know some people did student council and things like that. So yeah, trying to find ways to network in COVID era, I think is a big thing to do.
Right. But at least in terms of online classes, I can always trust on Cindy to be very active during class. She always has really insightful comments, and I'm just really fortunate to have her. Oh, I'm getting so teary. Tears of joy. Anything that you might have done differently?
No. Actually, I was really satisfied with my first semester. I think I was like so lucky. I selected the best courses. I had really great professors, so I had to study a lot, but I didn't struggle with regret taking this course or why didn't I ask before. And it was like a great semester for me. And this semester is kind of the same. Also trying to do like extra activities outside of university life. So the time I have here in Korea, I'm trying to use it to the fullest. So I don't regret anything.
If you could provide just an extra word of encouragement to those who are applying here, and maybe even for those who will just get here, how they can make the best of this opportunity that's given to them. This is where we can insert crickets.
Because you want to be deep and insightful.
The first year, actually, I didn't apply to Ewha because it was just for girls. So for me, it was kind of... Yeah, because for some people it might be weird because in my country, I don't know if we have just women universities. So at the beginning, first year, I didn't apply to Ewha. Second year, to choose my programs, I just focus on the program itself. After being here, I would have liked to hear that you will do well. It doesn't matter if it's just girls' university. It's not what you think. Like, it's actually really comfortable, and I really enjoy it. And I have found really good professors and good friends here, and my life is really great. And actually, because the location of the university, so you find everything around here. I really think our professors are more considerate towards students. They're really, I have found really nice professors here in our university. It's kind of easier to get closer to professors here in Ewha. So I think that's kind of important point.
That's so nice. If you are interested in scholarship and you do end up getting it and you're sort of worried about it, like moving to another country, trying to live here, because especially in the first year of language study, you get sent outside of the region that you're going to be studying in. So if you study in Seoul, your language year is not going to be in Seoul. It's going to be, where was yours? Daejeon. So some people are luckier and are closer to a city, and some people are not. They're really in more rural.
Oh, there were people who were sent to Jeju. That's amazing. I love going to Jeju.
You don't get a choice, actually. So just to let you know, that's why she's like this.
Have you been to Jeju yet?
Yes, I've been.
When this happens, I wanted to say that you're not alone. So when you get sent off to these different areas, you have people who are in a similar situation as you. So you have people you can connect with at that level. And then as well, for example, all the Americans, for my entrance year, we have a group chat as well. So we talk to each other, even though we're in different universities and different majors. I'm not very active in the group chat, but I do participate every once in a while. So in that way, you have even people from your own country that can help you or give you advice when you need it. Having that group, having the group from your language year if you apply to it. And also, when you enter your university and you talk to other people, there's oftentimes you meet somebody and you mention that you're a GKS scholar, and there's an instant connection.
So GKS scholars.
Yeah, there's a ton here. I wonder why. So I think that's really helpful, and it makes you feel less alone, which I think is really important. I think loneliness is one of the biggest things when moving abroad and trying to find friends. That's why I do recommend living in the dormitory, at least for the first semester.
So cheap.
Yeah. This is another thing I didn't do that I think I should have done. I had my own apartment because I had been living here previously, but if I had not been living here previously, I would have stayed in the dorms, I think, because it's a good way to make friends. It's really convenient location in a beautiful area, of course. You struggle together.
The first year, actually, the language year, I think the people you meet during that year is the people who actually becomes your family. Even now, we moved to different cities because we already finished our first year. People I'm closest to is people who I met during that year, because we have been to the process all together since the beginning. So we literally struggled since the beginning with everything.
That's a really big thing. I don't think people take that into consideration enough, especially now with COVID classes when you're online and alone in your house. It feels nice to know that there's people struggling with you. Yeah. That sounds mean, but also nice at the same time. And then again, as Daniela pointed out, the professors, at least here, I feel like I can kind of talk to them about anything. I send them like random messages. Whenever I have even the smallest question, I'm like, hey, excuse me, I'm really sorry, but can I ask you this? And they're more than happy to answer.
Spam.
Just delete it. After I graduate, she'll just never answer my messages again. So having professors like that, I think, is really important, because I do have friends in other universities who say they're not as close to professors. I don't know if that's because of the professors themselves or because they met them from online classes. So again, it's a little bit harder. But I do think we have some of the nicest professors. I mean, we're here right now with, you know, one of our darling professors.
You know, one of the joys of teaching is really being surrounded by bright and enthusiastic students. And all of our students are great, but there's a special place in my heart for our GKS students and scholars. Really, they're fantastic. And it, yeah. Name the top 3 places to eat. Top 3 맛집.
Oh, but I don't live around this area.
So when you have to eat around campus,
I follow you.
so follow me.
Professor knows a really good places, so that's the first
Yeah,
one.
she showed me this tea shop.
Yeah. The second one, I will say, the dormitory 식당.
Oh my goodness.
She's like this. She's like the ambassador
I'm
for the
such a fan of the dormitory. Really, the dormitory cafeteria is really nice and so cheap. You have many options because you have like 2 dormitories, which is E-house or Hanuri. So you can choose, like, if you don't like the menu in E-house, for example, you can go to Hanuri.
So if we add number 3,
You always like Casa Latina.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I love it. I love it. So Casa Latina is a Latin restaurant in Hongdae. It's really near here, and it's really, really good.
If you go, please wear sneakers.
Oh yeah.
I fell down last time.
Oh, the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm recovering.
Yeah,
I fully recovered, almost fully recovered.
The food is good. The owner's really nice.
Owner's fantastic.
Yeah.
The owners are really.
If you
really
speak
nice.
English, Korean, Spanish, any of the above, he'll take care of you.
Yeah. A really good
I'm
place.
hungry. Let's go. Let's get some lunch.
Okay.
Yay!